Alright, it is day 5. It's 7:30. I'm having leftovers from yesterday and a collagen coffee. Alright, it is day 5 of the keto restart for me, going to a month of eating tons and tons and tons of carbs versus now. It is also the 13th of December. I have a lot going on today. If you're new to my channel, it's a keto journey. Highest weight I ever was that I know of was 434. I started a low carb diet, got to 320, went back to 368 on low carb because it didn't really work for me. Found keto, got to 1 at 57, had multiple things wrong with me. You can go watch all those videos because I'm sure people sick of me saying it every time. Got to 220. At least 5 days ago I was 220. So now we are trying to restart and get the weight back down. It seems I am one of those people who have severe polycystic ovary syndrome, insulin resistance. A lot of crap comes along with that, which means when I eat any kind of carbs, my weight just starts shooting up like a pound a day, every day. So I basically gained 40 something pounds in 2 months. So when you hear people say, well, when you go off keto, you gain a lot of weight really fast. Yes, if you have polycystic ovary syndrome or insulin resistance, yes, I've seen it happen over and over again because our bodies cannot deal with it, and we just put on tons of water weight and tons of fat really fast, like insanely fast. It is true for people with issues. If you have a body with no issues, like Keto in the Chaos had no issues, but she does now after having her skin removal surgery. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. It's lymphedema. There's 2 different ones that are very similar to each other, and she has the really bad one. But she was able to go off keto and not gain tons of weight back because she's not a sickly person. But she has issues now, unfortunately, after having the skin removal surgery, because what she has can happen when you have a severe shot to the body, and having skin removal surgery can cause it. I have a aunt on my dad's side, like a great aunt, or a great cousin. I don't know, second cousin. I don't know how that works, but she had the skin removal surgery and the same thing happened to her. Hers is way, way worse though, like way worse, and I feel so bad for her. So I'm going to show you what I've eaten, very little bit. We'll have a little talk. And I'm getting ready for my trip tomorrow. It's a short trip, like 3 hours there, 3 hours back, and then a lot of testing. My daughter's getting tested for autism tomorrow. But it's still very stressful, and it didn't used to be. Not before the lockdown. But now the world's going crazy, and I realize I have a fear going too far away from the house by myself with my daughter, because the world's insane. So, anyways, let me show you what I've eaten today. Alright, so one thing I have noticed about myself, and I've noticed it a lot over the last 3 years or more, and it's not supposed to be this way, it's supposed to be the opposite, at least but for me, it's not. So I get more anxiety, more emotional, on edge, when I'm doing keto than when I'm not. When I'm not doing keto, I'm not emotional, I don't have anxiety, I'm not on edge. Yes, I have a depression, but the depression is this time of year, every year, keto or not. So why is that? It's not keto's fault. And I can see why people are like, oh, you're more happy when you don't do keto, because I don't have the anxiety. I don't have all the other stuff. I'm not on edge. I'm not brought to tears by everything. I mean, everything. Happy, sad, it doesn't matter. I'm crying like an insane person, like just crying my eyes out, even though I don't want to be. It just happened. My head is shaking really bad because last night I ended up having severely bad heartburn. I think it was from the lemon extract drops. So I had to sleep sitting up, and every time I do, my head shakes a billion times worse. So this is why I think, and I know, when I'm not keto, I can eat my emotion on whatever I decide, even if it's small amount, even if it's within the limits of calories, but it's not in the limits of carbs. I can freely eat something if I'm upset and ignore my emotions. I can ignore everything, just eat something. When I'm keto, I'm too full to do that. Like, you'll never see me ever sit and be like, well, I'm gonna eat all these butter bombs or fat bombs, whatever you want to call them. You're never gonna see me say, now chalk zero, I swear it's not keto, even though it is. I swear it's not, at least not for me, because that I can eat a lot of that, and yeah, so I don't keep it in my house. My baby, my Sharky, you want mommy's attention, yeah. But when I'm not keto, I can eat my emotions away. And so when I'm frustrated or upset or sad or hurt or anything, I'll just stuff it down with food. And I have no anxiety when I'm just eating whatever. Because some of my anxiety is, what am I going to eat? Like tomorrow on my trip. Because I'm literally, like right now, waiting for the dishes to dry out of the dishwasher so I can load the dishwasher and make some food for tomorrow, but I probably won't have time because it's already 10 o'clock at night. And then I am a nervous wreck is, what if it's just, for some reason, the keto child is giving me heartburn? I'm not saying it is. Let's just, every time I eat anything protein drinky or food right now, it seems to be giving me severe heartburn. So I don't want to get sick from it. So I'm having anxiety about that. Then I couldn't sleep last night. I was up until 9 a.m. If that happens tomorrow, I am screwed because we leave at around 9 a.m. So yeah, the difference is I'm too full on keto to eat my emotions. So that's a good thing. But it puts, I'm on edge because I have nothing to soothe that. And cats don't work, because I've heard people say, well, get a pet. I have 8 of them, okay? I might be able to pet them and everything. It does not cure my anxiety, okay? It's a good thing I was never a drinker. Let's just say that. It's a good thing I wasn't a smoker. I'd be a chain smoker. That is the problem. When you suffer from a severe amount of anxiety, and it got worse with the C word. I swear every time I get it, it gets a billion times worse. So I can see why people are saying I was so much happier. It was more that I was calmer. I was subduing myself with food. Let's get real. If you have an insulin resistant issue and you eat sugar, you're either one or two. You're hyper as heck, and that's usually the people that is not insulin resistant, or you're in a stupor because you're in a coma high, like a sugar high, like you're going to sleep. Even though my sugar set wasn't high, every time I ate a bunch of sugar, I fell asleep. So yeah, I totally get it, and I don't know what to fill it with. No, exercise doesn't work because right now exercise is causing me severe pain. Gaming isn't working either. I tried gaming, doesn't work, gives me more anxiety because I want to win and I want to be the best, and I can't stand losing and dying, and yeah, I'm one of those people. Yep. So sometimes I can just curl up and watch shows, but all my normal shows are on hiatus right now for the holidays, and I started watching Yellowstone, which is freaking nutso, and a lot of emotions and crying, and yeah, no. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how to cope with it. But I'm trying. Like, I don't get mad at anyone or anything. I just start crying. They're like, why are you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed. Like, why are you, like, on the trip for tomorrow, I got upset. And they're like, why are you upset? I'm like, well, ever since the C word happened, the world fell apart, and driving that far in the middle of nowhere, y'all, you just don't know, like 100 miles of it is on a deserted road, and there is no other way to cross. You have to go down it. No lights, no gas stations, no towns, no houses, imagine farmlands, okay? And we're going to be in the dark on the way home. So it causes a little anxiety. Before, no problem, I'll do it. Of course, my daughter wouldn't be with me, but having her with me gives me more anxiety. What if something happens? And those are things I would have never thought before. But ever since the lock in your house thing, I get anxiety from things, especially going too far from the house or being gone too long now, which is crazy because I wanted to travel the world. But I'm just noticing a lot of things like changed in me because of it. Things I didn't realize changed. I literally am like, what about all the bad people? That's, yeah. And I have had some horrible things. I could be a horror movie of the things that's happened to me in my lifetime. And I always was like, oh wow, everything and anything that could happen to me other than being banged on me, you know, I don't have that happening. The other stuff did. Other than that, everything else has happened to me in my lifetime. Beat up by a crowbar, you name it. And that's how I looked at it. Been there, done that. You can't do anything to me that hasn't been done before. But then, the C word. And now I'm afraid of things I wasn't afraid of before. Like I was all powerful, like I've been there, done that, and I lived through it. But that's what my brain is saying. But another part of my brain is, with all this horrible fear, maybe it's because my daughter's getting older and it's triggering a lot of emotions. I don't know. But anyways, if I end up cooking something for tomorrow, I will totally show y'all in a little bit and record it. But right now I don't think I am. I think there's a cat. Yep, Sharky. So yes, I do have adorable babies, but no, they do not help my anxiety. They don't make it worse, but they don't help. When they were kittens, they made it worse because I was afraid they would get killed and stuck somewhere and I'd never find them. I love them bigger than kittens. Everyone's always like, I love kittens. Nope, Kittens come with anxiety from me, and will they get stuck in this? Are they going to eat this and die? And nope, big kitties, much happier. Cannot get in small spaces. So, yeah. Anyways, oh, I stepped on the scale today and I was down like 4 ounces. That's it. Like, I didn't really move at all. So, we will see. I know I'm also worried that I'm going to pee a lot tomorrow. So, I'm nervous about that too. Hopefully not. So, like I said, if I cook anything, I will show you. It's 11. A normal person would be sound asleep in bed, or at least ready to be in bed for tomorrow, right? That's what a normal person would be. But to me, on the other hand, I'm just now got time to cook this. And I don't even know what it's going to taste like. It could be utter fail. But this is the first moment. I cooked Dina's dinner, which was a pot roast, so it took a long time on the stove. And then I was putting him food together for tomorrow because I won't be here. And I had to unload the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher. I was waiting for the stuff to dry in the dishwasher. That's what was taking so long. And then I finally gave up because it just wasn't drying. Oh, I'm missing butter. Hold on. Trying to remember everything I need. All right. Well, let's undo this. So, got our Kerrygold butter. We're going to melt some of it down. Hopefully this tastes good because there's no turning back. And I have ground pork I was supposed to use in this recipe, which we're not going to be using now because I don't have time. So we're going with what we do have time for. Let's put our powder ingredients in first. 2 savory chicken keto chow packs or scoops. Hold on. I don't want to make a huge mess. There we go. Now, last night I had horrible heartburn, and I wasn't sure if it's from the lemon extract, or I just thought about it a few minutes ago when I was pulling out ingredients. I can't have coconut milk anymore without suffering from horrible, horrible, horrible issues, no matter how organic it is. So maybe it was just the coconut flour. So we're using Carb Quick. Not a lot of it. All right, baking powder. 1 tablespoon. Teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Okay, 1 teaspoon. Don't ask me if you think that's a lot or whatever. That's what I'm going with. Okay. Now my Carb Quick. Let me untape it. Hold on. There we go. I have a tablespoon. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. All right, 2 tablespoons Carb Quick. Let me tape this back shut real fast. I gotta get a container for it. I gotta get new containers. The containers I was using for my keto chow doesn't fit the whole entire bag in it, and it drives me crazy. So I need to find ones that fit better and that will fit inside my cabinet. Okay, so here's our dry ingredients. All right, so here's where, if you want some flavor, like some ranch, hold on, that is the microwave telling me your butter is done. Might melt it more though. No, I think that'll be fine. Let's call this down. Okay. So this is where you would put your flavoring in. I want to use a little chicken salt in here. Just a little. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put the butter in. I'm gonna do the eggs straight into this. We are working with 5 eggs, 1/4 cup butter with salt, because I don't mind this being salty. Let's mix the eggs a little before I mix the flour with it. Hopefully I don't need to add any more to make it drier. So before I mix the flour in, we're going to go ahead with the next step. Kobe Jack cheese. It's about 4 ounces here. Really gotta get me an easier shredder. Okay, first let's start with a little more than 2 ounces, because I think that actually might be enough. All right, here is where you would probably go in with a little more Carb Quick or something, but I have a little bit of savory chicken, so I'm just going to go in with some more of that. Then it's healthier than the Carb Quick. All we're trying to do is dry it up a little. Put a little too much egg in it. All right, let's see if it is dry enough to use. Okay, I'm going to smear a little butter onto the pan. Or just spray it down with some olive oil, which I might have to do, because there we go. I'm going to wipe this on the pan real fast. I didn't put a whole lot of butter in it. It's one reason I'm doing this. Usually the butter seeps out, but it did not seep out of the lemon. Okay. There we go. We'll just leave that on there. All right. Is it too wet? Nope. It's working. Hoping this is not a fail, because I really need something to go with me tomorrow. And I wasn't feeling any of the flavors I have in the house as a cookie. I don't like the chocolate toffee as a cookie at all. It's amazing as that butter candy bar thingy I do, the Fat Bomb one, which is what I was planning on making tonight to take with me, but my day got away with me. What I should have done is me and my daughter should have left today and stayed in a hotel today, so that tomorrow we wouldn't have to get up early, because we're not morning people. We wouldn't be exhausted from the traveling and not getting sleep. That's what we should have done. But I came up with that idea when it was way too late in the daytime. Okay, I don't think these are going to spread out. So we're going to add some more in here. Oh, these are so gooey, they're hard to move. Hopefully I didn't overdo it with the egg. I'm worried about that right now. After seeing the color of them and the texture, I'm worried I got a little too much egg going on. Okay, so I forgot to preheat the oven. I'm gonna go with 400 degrees. And we'll see how it turns out. And I'll let you know how long it takes to bake. It has been about 15 minutes, and we are going to pull them out and see if they are done. They look done on the top. Yeah, I'm really nervous that it's not going to taste good. Let me take a picture. All right. They just came out. Literally all I did was take a picture. So they seem to be hollow in the middle. Like way too much egg was probably used. So I would say this is a crescent roll texture. I don't know why I could not think of that word. Definitely a crescent roll texture. So let's see. I don't like the smell. It's pretty plain. Way too many eggs. All I taste is the egg. Literally. This will not work for my trip. I would not like this. I don't like the carb click in it either. Wow, I really do not like the taste of it. I'm gonna put some butter on it, see if that'll help. Okay, hold on. So, this would be fine for another recipe I'm going to be doing. Using the sausage, or the ground pork. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to wrap it up and save it, but it is not going tomorrow. Right now I have no food to go with me tomorrow. I'm trying to force myself to like it, but I don't. I love the savory chicken as a hot soup. Just, you know, cooked in some hot water and butter. But so far, I have not liked it as creating a product with it. Sometimes I like stuff better the next day, so I'll let you know if that's what happens with this. And when I've been keto longer, I might like it again. But y'all, I just spent 2 months eating real biscuits. Like, almost every day I ate a biscuit. And they were so yummy that I didn't even have to put any butter on them, because it's whatever butter was made inside them. So, that's a problem when you've gone off keto for a while. Products that you used to love the taste of, now it's nasty, and you know what someone like Dino, when they hate it, why they hate it. You have to readjust your taste buds again to not have all that MSG. Like, things are really different when you take all the MSG out. When you take all the carbs and sugars and starches out, the tastes are so dramatically different. So I'll let you know. Like, it's not horrible. I think some of y'all would really like it. Now, if I had fried up the ground sausage like my plan was and stick in it and cook it, I think it would have been better. I was going to kind of make it like those little Christmas rolls like people eat, the little balls. But this way, not so great. At least for me. Like I said, I think if I was keto longer, I have a feeling some of y'all would really love this, but I suggest using saltless butter, and I suggest taking 2 eggs out. I think it would be way better with that, and maybe a little less baking powder. Alright, y'all, at 9 o'clock this morning, I had 3 pieces of deli cooked ham wrapped with 2 slices of American cheese. It is now 5 something. I am starving, and I have gotten turkey, smoked turkey from Missions. I don't know how much I'm gonna eat. And now we have 3-hour drive back home. Y'all, it has been an exhausting day. We are safe and sound back home. It is 8:30. Dead exhausted. It started raining the last 2 hours. I ended up sleeping about 2 hours in the backseat of the car. She had a 3-hour test, and I wasn't allowed to be in there, so I just went to sleep because I was so sleepy. There's no way I could have driven home. I would have had to pay for a hotel room, but I was able to take a nap so that I could drive home. Here's the crazy part. I'm sleepy. If I was to go lay in bed, I'd sleep for an hour, 2 hours max, and be back up. There is something that's been wrong with me my whole life. Between 3 and 5 a.m., I'm awake. I could go to bed at 8. I could go to bed at 11, but I'm awake during those 2 hours every single time. And the earlier I go to sleep, the more times I wake up during the night. But I don't wake up at all when I fall asleep in the day. Not once. I will sleep the whole entire day through. Will not pee. Like, I'll sleep all the way till 2. So when I go to bed at 6, 5, or 7 a.m., which some of y'all think it's horrible, I don't wake up. I need to pee. Not once, not until my body at 1 or 2 tells me to wake up. But at night, my whole entire life, I wake up every 45 minutes. My whole life, even as a kid. So I'm going to show you real fast what I ate today. Got a coffee right now. And yeah, maybe I'll talk some more in a little bit if I can wake up enough.